Hello everybody, welcome to our new series on Airport CEO. We're going to go ahead and try and build an airport from scratch and see how far we can take it. Being early access, obviously we may run into issues where saves just can't be loaded and we'll kind of have to kill it early, but we're going to see how it goes anyways. So, if you haven't seen already, I do have a first impressions video out on this. It's very long, but we do have a large airport with that. Give me for a second. Drink my coffee there. So yeah, we have a larger airport. It's not a super large airport that we kind of looked at in our first impression video and found some issues that we didn't quite know of in that. So my issues mostly they were my issues, like things I didn't realize I had to do, and maybe because suboptimal, because I just didn't realize certain things and so on. Anyways, but what we're gonna do today, we're gonna go ahead and hit this. Start our new airport. We will decide on a face. He's good. Maybe. Let's go with him. We'll go with the hair parted like that. We'll go with, actually I did like the, we'll go with that. That's fine. No, that's dark for me. Yeah, that's fine. Eyes, we'll go with, those are fine. Supposed to be like that. Mouth, like that. Fine. We'll go with that suit. There we go. For a name, it's a good question. We're gonna go with. If you're wondering what that name is, that is a name I use in my Seattle Mariners out of the park baseball game. That's my manager's name, so it was a random name, generated name, and we're gonna go with it. This is Daily Vinter. And we'll be managing as we pick our airport location here. We are going to actually go into... Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. We zoomed in about as much as we can there. We'll place it about there. No, we'll place it... No, I guess we could actually place it outside the borders, but eh. We'll place it about there. And it's going to be known as Phoenix Rising... Not actually international airport yet because we don't have international flights, but we're going to go with that. And we are going to be PXR. Maybe. Can't decide. We're going to be PRI. Wait, anyways, because there's actually a PRI, there's PIR in Phoenix as well, so it'll get confusing. We'll take their logo that they use and use that. We're going to change this to... You want to try difficult or moderate? That's the question. I'm thinking maybe do difficult and see where we can go from there, because then just kind of... Let's try difficult. This may be a very short series. We may come back. We have to do a different airport. I've only really tried moderate and it wasn't too bad, but... So if you've seen the, we didn't get this in our first question video, but if you saw the live stream I did, which is actually unlisted by the way, but because it was just kind of a release day live stream. Here's what we open up with, this little letter. I won't read through it, but basically it's just telling us like we hope you like the land, do better than the last person trying to build an airport, get to it, important tips like using the management panel, F1 how to get guides, have manuals for guided instructions how to build an airport, and so on. This, of course, is our little guide window we get. We'll close that. Pause the game here. Flip the thing around. This is actually running. This is north-south, but I always put these here, and so it makes me want to change the setup. So let's go ahead and start building our airport. We're going to start off from scratch. Since we don't have a lot of money, we're going to build... basically a small little grass field with a lot of GA flights. So I'm not actually going to do the huge amount of stuff yet. We are going to put in a runway. Where? I'm not sure yet. We may put it along the north. Maybe we'll put one along the south end here. I'm going to leave room for it to be expanded. Kind of put it like in the middle, like right here. Yeah, we'll put it like right... I didn't tell because I can't zoom all the way out to get the middle. We're going to kind of guesstimate. Put it like right here. That'll be our small runway. 1836. Yeah, it's actually middle. Maybe I can push it down a couple. We get the money back right away. That's why I'm not too concerned about pushing it down a little bit. I'll put it like there. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. We have 1836, just pointing out that that's north-south. And what do we need? We'll need to eventually build taxiways into what will be our run on and off and into our parking areas, the little small stands we're going to have. Like I said, eventually we will, we're going to enter here. So there's a little away from the runway, but not too far away. We're just going to have it kind of, like I said, a very small little airport we're starting out with here. A couple parking places. We'll put 1, 2, 3. So that'll be 3 small stands there, and maybe we'll put 3 later on the other end. Build a taxiway. We'll run across the small stands like so. And go here. And up here. Here. Up to like here. Running across there, and we'll look at possibly adding some more connections in here for planes to exit off at. In fact, I'll put one in here. Probably put one in the couple more in the middle areas here. And we'll eventually have this room. I guess we can actually put more small stands over here instead. Actually work out pretty well. We'll eventually add refueling and stuff too right now. Like I said, I just want to get those down in. We'll get our contract set up in a minute. We'll put in a bus stop just on the other corner for now of our construction area. And we'll eventually get our service roads set up and things, but I don't really see, because like I said, all we're going to have right now is going to be pretty much planes are going to come in, park for a while, and then come out and leave. Our little grass field. And eventually we'll add fueling and things to make more money. I just want to get a little bit of money rolling in since we have so little on this difficult one. Open our inbox here as well. See, we got our welcome from Mayor Greg Farnsworth, don't care. We got our e-course on conveyor belts, franchises, airside construction, and construction tutorial. And let's go ahead and take a look. So what's our construction tutorial first? We need to hire a contractor. I'll go ahead and read that real quick. The first step towards constructing an airport is appointing a contractor company. Therefore, you will need to sign a contract with an external construction company to get started. To sign a contract, go to the Contract tab in the Economy panel and review your offers. Once you have signed a deal with a company, you then need to head over to the Operations panel and open the Construction tab to call all the construction workers to your airport. When they arrive, they will start building. Hooray! I'm excited, can't you tell? No. So our to-do list is to open the Economy panel and navigate to the Contracts tab. We can do that, I think. Sign a contract with a contractor. Might be a little more difficult. No. Open the Operations panel, navigate to the Construction tab, make sure at least one contractor offload site and one delivery site exists, and deploy the crew. Construction requires construction materials which will be delivered to a delivery site by an external delivery company. The price of the construction material is included in the object's cost. Pardon me. Contractors usually have a deployment fee, and when they arrive, you will have to pay them by the hour. When done constructing, do not forget to send them home, otherwise there's an imminent risk of racking up a bill. Yeah, that's true. Part of the reason my airport in the first impression video was like 4 million in the hole. So let's go ahead and start on our construction. We'll look at aircraft and airlines later. We'll get construction started first, though. We don't have a weather module yet because we don't have a weather thingy. So I need to go to economy. Wow. You'd think that would have been easy for me, but nope. The only ones I have offered are by Highway, a small construction company. We meet their requirements. We can deploy up to 63 contractors, and fee per contractor is $9.1. We'll go ahead and sign on with them. Oops. It's already been accepted. There's a little issue with that in that when you sign a contract, it doesn't like go away and like show up. It just kind of, it sits there so it doesn't look like you signed it. But you did. I always run into that issue. At least with the building, with the contractors. I don't know if it's I forget if it was the same with the other ones. I'll take a look. We don't really have ramp agent service. We could turn that on, but then we have to hire a ramp agent, so I'm not sure we'll actually do that. We'll think about it. It may make us a little bit more money, but we're basically just making our money off our parking. We're going to go to our construction. We're going to deploy... I was going to deploy 20 for right now. And we'll see. We may need to deploy more after that, but we'll start with 20. See how this goes. It's just telling us that the airport's closed. We don't have a tower. We don't have a runway, and we don't have a stand, which we're all working on. We'll get the tower in a little bit later. We got new applications. There's our tutorial ones. Okay. So it's going to cost us $230 an hour for these 20 people. Plus probably maintenance on a couple things they're going to build. We already have built. I don't know. What do I know? Spring, day 1, year 1 in spring. That clock bouncing is going to drive me insane. There's a little nice grass airport, blah blah bloop. We can go ahead and open it eventually. We're not going to right now. Upgrades, because we didn't look at that in the other one, but you can upgrade. You can send it north, we can extend it south, and we can change it to asphalt. We aren't going to do any of those because we don't need it to be bigger. Not that we couldn't, pardon me. Just not much reason to. Once these get built, it'll get really confusing, other than the nodes. These grass taxiways don't really have much other than nodes until you at least put in a path. And so I've noticed it gets confusing, especially when it accidentally sets it to grass, and when you've been building like concrete ones, and you're like, how do I... And you're just sitting there, you're like, where's my runway? Or, runway, wow, suboptimal! You're sitting there, you're like, where's my taxiway? See, it's like, it's weird. I don't know why there aren't markers on there. That's purposeful, or if it's supposed to be because, you know, when you build your nodes, it builds the markers. I don't know. What we want to do, we want to connect this stand up like so. Connect this stand up like so, and connect this stand up like so. Build our taxiway pass like so. Wait for them to finish that. Build out to here. 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 Out to here. Now, a very important step to make. Connect it to your runway. Anybody saying like, gee, that seems kind of obvious. Why would I have that? Like, that seems kind of obvious. Well, let me tell you. If you watch the first impressions video, I have planes backed up on the runway, and I'm like, where the hell are they? I didn't connect it to the runway. Didn't realize that. So, very important, make sure you are connecting it to the runway. And we'll probably add in a couple extras just because we'll go 2, 2, and we'll go 4, 3, like that. It's kind of like having extra entrances. We'll pause here for a second. And we'll probably go ahead and just open up because it looks like now that we got all of that set up, we can pretty much turn on our runway. Open our stand. There we go, make sure it accepts GA flights. We can upgrade it to asphalt or concrete. We aren't going to do that. It's cheap, but we aren't going to do it. And now we can open our airport and basically accept GA flights. That's basically all we got to do. A very simple process right now. We'll fence it in though, probably. That would probably be a good idea. We're going to build a little fence here along the back end of the airport for now. Fence line along there. Fence line up along here. This may be a little close to the runway, but we'll make it work. Run our fence lines there to there. Go and just run the fence from here to there. There to there. There we go. We're gonna fence this in here a little bit. I'll have to eventually probably put in a checkpoint so they can get out. Because of that, I'm going to demolish a piece of fence for the moment, just so contractors have a way to get in and out. We'll eventually then just put in a, we can't put a door in there. We could put a wall and then put a door in if we wanted to. where we need a foundation, and so yeah, so what we want to do though is just kind of fence this off. But while we're waiting on that, we got Brickleys now. We don't really care. We don't want to hire any for that. As we finish, okay, so let's do our construction tutorials. Oh, we need a. I forgot. We need a ATC tower. So we got our construction company. Construct terminal. Well, we're not building a terminal yet, so that's not really useful to us. We're in progress of this. So here's what we had to do originally. So aircraft stands. Aircraft are a core element of airport operation. Well, yeah. Aircraft require an aircraft stand to be able to park at your airport, and there's several types of stands that can be built. The small aircraft stand can be operated by both general aviation and smaller commercial flights. If you want to enable commercial flights on a stand, the stands are required to be placed adjacent to a terminal building with a secure zone and to be connected with a boarding desk. Stands that are only intended for operation by general aviation, GA for short, can be placed anywhere and do not require a direct connection with a terminal structure. We see the image below. Here's what I know what aircraft stands are about. Small stands can be operated by GA and commercial flights and can be built with grass, concrete, or asphalt foundation. Medium aircraft stands can be operated by commercial flights and can be built with concrete or asphalt foundation. Once you have started the terminal construction, place some aircraft stands to get started on the construction of the air side of your airport. And now we move on to continuing. To support the aircraft operations, you need to construct a runway and an air traffic control ATC tower. These can be built very easily, so this step will not go into the details of that. Instead, we'll focus on taxiway construction. First, you need to lay down a taxiway foundation of your choice and make sure it covers a full path from the runway to any aircraft stands. After placing the taxiway foundation, you can then specify the taxiway path, which is the path an aircraft will follow. Make sure that all aircraft stands have been connected with the runway centerline. Press T to toggle taxiway paths. Once the taxiway paths have been constructed, you can right-click on them to place holding points. A holding point is a position on the taxiway on which an aircraft can hold and wait, i.e. further instructions from the air traffic controller, and are very important to ensuring that aircraft can safely enter and exit a runway. You can place as many holding points as you like, and they can be used to better control the flow of your ground traffic. So, for aircraft-ready construction, we need a runway, an ATC tower, taxiway foundation, drag out a taxiway path, and toggle holding points. Let's go ahead and get our holding points in here. We'll pull up our taxiway nodes. We'll set our holding point right here. Back, we'll do the same thing here. Go back, do the same thing here. Taxiway nodes, go back, do the same thing here. And finally go right there. There we go. So we got our holding points for our runway. We'll then, let's see, we need our ATC, that's correct. We'll get that put in here. We'll go ahead and put that back in the corner here. We'll put that right behind the stands. It's probably a weird place for it, but it'll do for now. We can always move it later. And once we get that in, we'll be able to get our GA flights in and start parking them. We actually do have a little bit of money, so we can probably put in a few more. I think we will here. Put in on the other side. We shall put in one there. One there. We have a little space open here, but that's alright. Our workers are a little busy working on that fence, unfortunately. Frickin' tower, unfortunately. Okay, that's, of course, early access, and we ran into this in academia, too. They do things on their queue. Sometimes it would be nice if you could tell them to prioritize, but early access also, Prison Architect had that problem. A lot. So So I'll give them a break, and we really could probably hire some more contractors in to get that fence done quicker, but give it time. Give it time. So anyways, while we're going that, we'll talk about, the series a little bit more. So as I said, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to build this little GA airport with a grass field, getting planes in, make our money that way. And from there, we will, pardon me, eventually work on getting a terminal building set up and starting to do commercial flights. We may do smaller commercial flights with some small stands. We may just decide to keep doing GA till we can get afford a couple big stands and have some, bigger flights coming in. More than likely, we'll probably try and do small stands and just have the little puddle jumpers coming in mostly. We want to extend our runway out too before we really get to commercial operations. It's only 600 meters, which will probably be enough to get in enough commercial flights, but just for the small commercial flights, but still. Also, eventually want to get a second runway, which will probably push these over. We'll have to probably dump these eventually. I didn't quite plan that well. We'll probably have the second one next to it over in here. We might have one or two on the other side. We may even just build on the other side to start with. Have the terminal building in the center and kind of... I'm going to decide. I think we're going to do like a pier system more than likely, because that's just kind of what I'm used to is pier system. There's a few different styles you can do. There's pier, there's what are some other ones I'm trying to think of offhand? Like pier is one I see a lot. We could, if we were really bored, we could make like an LAX style pier too, but like kind of it circling around in different, and the concourse building. Of course, those are different terminals in essence, but still. Another one. I know there's ones like Orlando where you have like very different ones that are different little round terminals, or in this case you'd have to make square, but different little squares of stops, and then they all connect into a centralized hub, which is kind of cool. You'd build like in this, you'd kind of build it like a little hall, and then you'd have all your stands and thing in there, another hall, all your stands and things in there, and so on. Just kind of a little cross in a sense you can build. What else do we have? That I know there were like a ton of them. I may have to pull up my phone and check them out. There's like 3 or 4 designs. They were posted on the forum. Someone posted the link that showed all those designs. Yeah, unfortunately, we're still working on this stupid fence. Okay, you know what? We'll finish the fence later. There's that little piece of fence, that little piece of fence. Get me some stuff put in, please, guys. Hey, we're making money! It's because we deleted all that fence pieces. I just like it. It's like, we're making money, alright! For a minute. I'll go back to losing money. It's sort of like you'd have sometimes, in my stream I noticed we'd build something, or take the funds out for the supplies to build something, and all of a sudden it'd be like, minus 3,000 an hour. I'm like, what? How are we losing that much money? And I was like, oh, right. Alright, we're going to open these up. Open these up. We can set a pushback point if we want. I can have them push back like all the way to there if I really was being an ass. I don't feel like that. He'll push back to like... Pushback point will be to there. Pushback point will be to like... there. Actually a good thing because they're pushing back way too far. We'll push back to like there. We'll push back to there. We'll push back to there. There we go. Oh, we got a GA flight that wants to come in. Go for it. See who actually comes in. Being the airport's closed now. But we had, oh, that's right, we do have this open, so we can open the airport now. I'll give you something we want to do real quick. Contracts, procurement. We need a procurement guy, staff, operations. There it is. We're gonna go ahead and dismiss all our contractors for now. Open our airport. And there we go. We got our first plane coming in. Yay! We make money. We make money. Oh, we got another one that wants to come in. Ah, I missed him. Oh, let's go to operations. We're always sub GA for now. Since all we are a GA airport. There comes in another one. He's going to hold there. That's a little odd. Oh, you know what? I need to build my taxiway all the way out, though. They don't do that. I'm thinking about that we probably want to connect to the other side. That would make sense, wouldn't it? God, you'd think the amount of ATC games I've played, I'd be, smart enough to think that one through. But out to there. Out to there. We'll get that set up. We'll go ahead and bring back our contractors. Come back, contractors. I need you. Get money from all our planes that are just sitting here. He came from Tinker Air Force Base. Vance Air Force Base. Oh, San Antonio. Nice. Cessna. Okay. Hopefully they park overnight. They'll get us some nice money. Looks like we're making, let me see, we can't set the price yet. We need to hire someone for that, so it's hard to see exactly what we make from, we don't have any landing fees right now, it looks like. I guess that's our hourly balance. We're making 25 an hour from parking fees. That's not too bad, really. Ah, here we go. Here we can see our fees. So, light aircraft landing fee, it costs $400 from the land. Plus $50 to for stand parking. And if we wanted to, we could sell, if we started selling jet fuel, we could make some more money too. So, since we're making 218, here's some of our spam. Yeah, we're making about money keeps bouncing in and out there, but get our taxiway nodes done here. We're gonna build up to there. There and there. Need to edit hold points. Put one there. Oops, hang on. Pull another taxiway node, put another hold point right there. There we go. Alright, we're not useless anymore. Or stupid, or whatever. Shut up. Alright, let's go ahead and... we're gonna go ahead and dismiss the construction guys for the moment. Can put on ramp service and hire a couple ramp agents. I don't know what that'd really do for them. Could provide fueling would probably be the next thing I'd probably look at getting, but we have to get agents in there first. Make our slight little bits of money here. So let's go ahead. What I was getting back to is we're going to go ahead and fill in a couple spots on our board. We're going to get ourselves a procurement director. Procurement, there you go, director. So we can start looking at upgrading some stuff. We have Matsavazi, who's Mamadovi, I was just being a jerk. Master's degree from Princeton. Worked for him. From Georgia, 38 male, wants $25 an hour. He's smart, not very pleasant, not great with technical stuff, but handles stress well. We can take Ivan from Hungary, 62 though. Very logic, very pleasant, but or Miguel, it's also 62. Well, okay, the fact that both of you are 62 makes me kind of look towards him. He's young, he'll be here for a while. I don't know if age even matters right now. So there's our procurement director we got in. What can we... Now we can buy stuff. Yay. Let's go work on unlocking fuel. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we really want to unlock right now. Not really. We don't really need baggage handling. Plus, we need a COO to get that unlocked. Need a strategy director to get franchises, which aren't really useful to us either right now. CIO to get mind reader and travel documents. Not really useful to us. Where are they from? Trona County in Casper. Okay. And Tulsa. And what are my notifications? And another email that we don't care about. Keep making ourselves that money. We are rich. We are rich. 2 legs bad, 4 legs good. Wait, what? 2 legs bad, 4 legs good. I shouldn't laugh at my own jokes. That's probably a bad thing to do, isn't it? I don't care. Oops, shit, sorry, I've been reading a phone, I forgot. Pause the game, I'm like, oh, writing a phone message, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I'm recording a video, huh? Yeah, might be a smart thing to remember, wouldn't it? Our runway's starting to fall apart on us a little bit. Have to look at repairing that. Not yet, we're gonna leave it how it is, but eventually repairing it. We're doing alright on money, we could be doing better, but well, we'll make it work for now. I think if we get the refueling systems in, that's probably gonna be the biggest thing we'll probably want to get set up here. But said I got a couple things to do. Mostly I got shit going on. So people to talk to. So we're gonna go ahead, it's been about 30 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and set up here as we kind of not a whole lot we got up going, but we got our airport set up where we got our GA flights coming in. For some reason these aren't. Oh, they're not turned on for GA. Wow. We realized we messed up those 2 stands. So now we'll actually get some more flights in, make some more money. But so we got a little small airport started, the very, very early beginnings of Phoenix Rising International, PRI. And we'll go ahead and save in a second and call it for this episode. So come back next episode, we'll probably look at adding our fuel system in, and once we get that in, we'll maybe look at building a small terminal and starting to work towards getting commercial flights coming in. So that'll be fun to look forward to. And in the meanwhile, we shall see you. Let me put this up. Let's get this saved first of all. Phoenix Rising. And now we got that saved. We will go ahead and quit out to the menu. No, because we just saved. And get our nice little menu up. And see you all in the future for our next episode. Later.